Hi there. In this video, we're going to talk all about how easy it is to export information from Gecko to your SFTP server to then be picked up by your CRM and imported. Now, that sounded like a mouthful, but it's really a lot simpler than this. Now, to keep things really straightforward, we're going to go through a very small use case here. I have a form. I have had 2 students submit responses to this. Spoiler, that was me just now. It also gives you the date and the time that this was recorded at right here. And what we want to do is we want to push over this information to our CSVs again, so we can have this lovely rich data in our CRM in the shortest time possible. How can we do this? We do this by going to settings and telling Gecko that we would like to export data. We're going to go ahead and click New Export in the top right hand corner, and we're going to tell Gecko what we want to export. Now, you'll notice there's a range of different options, and the lovely thing is you can knit this together. So if you want information on events and people that you've called in the run up to it, and even the emails that they've received, you can pull that together. If you want some form responses to a number of forms and information on which broadcast mass mailing texts or emails services that you've sent out, if you want that information, basically whatever you want in your CRM, you can push. In my case, I'm going to keep this really simple. We just want responses to a form. As you can see, data captured via forms. We're going to tell Gecko, here's the form that we want to focus on. And what we're going to do, the nice thing again here is we can say to Gecko, we only want people pulled in who filled in this form in the last day, for example. And we can choose what we want to pull in, whether that's certain fields, all of the fields on the form, etc. The important thing, though, is we tell Gecko when we want this to run. So this could be as frequently as hourly or daily at a predefined time, or even weekly or monthly, of course. Now, we're going to tell Gecko to make this run hourly because I want the information over in the CRM as soon as I possibly can. And lastly, what we're going to tell Gecko to do is push the information to our SFTP server. So firstly, let's give this a file name. So let's call this our SFTP export test. We're going to give this then information on our SFTP server. Now, you will need these credentials ahead of time just so you can pop these in. So the host name, which is basically the address of the SFTP, and then the username and the super secret password to use to access it. And finally, once Gecko has logged into this SFTP server, which destination path should we put this in? And just think of this like a directory, or which folder should we put it in? Once we're happy with that, all we need to do is click export. That's then going to run, and it's going to push that information over to the SFTP server. And that's it. All you need to do then is head over to your SFTP server, tell your CRM to import that information using, if it's Slate, using a source format, and then set that to recur, and you're all done. Or I'm not entirely sure of the way, particularly for Recruit, but I've heard that it's a very simple process to get that set up too. So hopefully this was informative. Thanks very much for watching.